I would like to thank the President of the Assemblée Nationale for organizing this wonderful final debate at the Hôtel de la Cé. We are honored to be here tonight. And I say this on behalf of my entire team, the speakers, the coaches, the bodyguards, the hairdressers. Thank you very much. Monsieur le Premier Ministre, mon homologue, my colleague, I have a feeling we understand each other. Your Excellencies, honorable members of the jury, dear Chairman, lovely bellboy, it's so good to have you back. Friends from the opposition, family from the government, and speaking about family, my dear mom, my dear dad, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I can see it in your eyes. You like to be entertained. You want to be entertained. You need to be entertained. Do you think a wise man could entertain you? What a foolish idea. But do you think a fool can entertain you much better? What a wise idea. Fools run the show because they fascinate us. They are a show. All the more because social media have changed the way we think. They make fun of everything, turn every fact into amusement, to a show. Nowadays, the most important thing is the image we want to convey, how we are perceived. Think not what you can do for your country, but what your country thinks about you. Ladies and gentlemen, our society is an enormous show, and this show is run by fools. I will explain what we mean by fools, what we mean by running the show, and me and my whole government will demonstrate that fools do run the show. A fool is a person lacking in judgment and is therefore irresponsible. The fool is the opposite of the wise person who is very competent, reasonable. One is everything that the other is not. For example, during the 1st of April, if you believe a lie, then you're told a fool. Why? Because you simply lack judgment to understand it was a lie. If you believe the NHS would get back £350 million per week with Brexit, you lack judgment. This definition, this is crystal clear. The consequence of this very lack of judgment is that they are irresponsible and clownish. Let me give you an example.
I am going to build a wall between the opposition and the government. It's going to be huge. It's going to be tremendous. They're pouring in. They're literally... No, you're CNN, no question. They're pouring in. They're literally trying to get our jobs. It's going to be a great wall, and they're going to pay for it. You don't believe me? You're fake news. You're fake news. You're fired.
So fools do lack judgment and are irresponsible. But what do we mean by running the show? We, of course, mean that fools are in control, that they pull the strings of our society, that they are the ones in charge. But we also mean something else. It is really a show that we're talking about. Nowadays, what we want, all of us, is to be amused all the time. Yes?
Do you believe that fools always run the show?
Oh, yes, I do. And this is exactly what I'm saying, and thank you for reminding everybody what I am saying. So, it is really a show. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players, to the point where even the sphere of serious matters, of politics, has merged with the sphere of entertainment. Now, maybe the opposition will engage in role play and pretend to be the Jackson 5 or the 5 Power Rangers coming back to the future, maybe. We will see. But we think that this matter is too important for us and for our people to fool around with it. Therefore, we are the government, and that's that. We will explain tonight that fools control every aspect of our society. Yes, please.
What kind of fool do you think you are?
Well, I'll tell you. Thank you for acknowledging that I run the show. And you know what? And you know what? You know what's worse than a fool who runs the show? I'll tell you what. You're a politician too. You're trying to run the show. And it's a fool who doesn't even succeed in it. So, we will explain that fools control every aspect of our society. Randy, our Minister of History, will prove that fools have been in control since the dawn of humanity. For two main reasons. Because we tend to follow fools, and also because power turns everyone into a fool. Marine, our Minister of Foreign Affairs, will demonstrate the acceleration of this phenomenon with the new form of media I have just described. Now, more than ever, fools run the show of politics and information. Romain, our Minister of Technology, will tell you why and how fools run the economy and innovation. And finally, Laura, our spokeswoman, will calmly and gently put an end to this show. One final thought. During the preparation of this debate, I have come to the conclusion that as a member of the government, I am in control and I am somehow a fool myself. This is why, if the motion is adopted for the good of our country, I will resign. April Fool! April Fool! Or should I say, May Fool? Just like Teresa, I will never resign. Fools run the show!